other channels. But the ones that I have used in my opinion, are the best are Not Polish, 876, Cairo's Nail Supply, Chisel, and Young Nails. Now, Not Polish, everybody knows that Not Polish is a go. Their formula is super, super buttery, super milky. It just goes on the nail really, really nicely. I have zero complaints in their colored acrylic as well as their covers. The rest of these may not be brands that you use on a daily or brands that other people use a lot, but they are very, very good brands. I do have a discount code for these two right here, 876 in Cairo's Nail Supply. The discount code is N2H. You can save 15 or 10% off on each of those brands. And Chisel is a very good brand. However, I will say that is more of an advanced acrylic because it does dry a little faster than what people are used to. Young Nails is a great powder as well. I just don't use it too often just because they're a little bit more on the pricey side. These three right here are going to be your best bet if you are working on a budget. I also want you to make sure that you are using a good monomer. Monomer is going to make the difference in how your beads perform as far as how quickly they dry or how slow they dry. You want to use a universal monomer. This one right here is a universal monomer, and obviously this is the same brand as this one, and I do have a code for that as well. Sometimes I will even use my nail supply monomer. This says fast drying, but it's really not, so be careful when you are going to your local nail supply store because sometimes they will not have EMA monomer. They will have MMA. Always look for the label that is saying EMA. You do not want to use MMA monomer, you guys. So just be on the lookout for that and make sure that it is universal and it will work for every powder that you have in your collection. If you don't have a local nail supply store and you don't have any monomer with you as of right now and you're looking for something to ship very fast to you, I will recommend Mia Seeker. However, just be aware that Mia Seeker is known for having a very, very, very strong smell, but it does perform very nicely with all acrylic powders. I will also recommend Young Nails. Young Nails monomer is a very universal monomer and everybody uses it. I've used it before and I had no issues with it at all. Your monomer dish, you want to make sure that you're using a monomer dish that gives you enough space to actually work with everything and enough space to actually move your brush around. Now, this is something that you may not have even thought about, but using these is not going to allow you to move your brush how you need to move them. So honestly, I would never recommend purchasing these small dappen dishes. These are really supposed to be used to clean brushes, not to put monomer in and actually work with them. So if you have this and you're using this, please throw it away, put it to the side, use it for something like cleaning your brushes, not to actually perform a set on someone or yourself. So let's just get rid of this. These two I would highly recommend. Look at how big they are. Look at how spacious they are. It is going to be easier for you to dip your brush in and work with the monomer. So just make sure that you are getting a wide enough dish and something that is deep enough as well. So you can get these from Dollar Tree, you guys. I got 3, I think, in a pack of these from Dollar Tree. And I believe these were $1 each. So Dollar Tree has dishes that you can get. You do not have to buy anything expensive. If you're looking for a more fancy one, Temu or Shein has dappen dishes for you guys that come in a little fancier glasses. So I would highly recommend that you get some of these. So in this video today, we're going to be using 876. We might dip around and play with some other colors, but for right now, we're just going to be using 876. This is the shade Ami, and I wanted to use this one just starting off because this one, the container is not completely full, and I want to show you guys how to position your powder when you have powder like at the bottom or it's not completely full. This is basically a easier way to position your acrylic powder so that you can easily pick up another bead. So you want your powder to sit as close to the edge as you can, just so when you're picking up the bead, you do not have to dig into it. You can just simply place your brush like this at an angle, tap, 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 and you will pick up the bead. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean and exactly how I work with beads. We're going to start off with small beads and then we're going to work our way up to bigger beads. I'm going to explain your liquid to powder ratio in this video, you guys, and hopefully it helps anyone that is needing better application or just simply needs help with how to pick up a bead. So I know you hear time and time again, when you are placing your brush in the monomer, you want to make sure all bubbles are out. This is just so no bubbles are getting in your acrylic bead and everything lays perfectly flat, or you get the perfect bead, I should say. So we're just going to get all the bubbles out now. I will tell you straight up, I do not do this every single time I'm grabbing a bead. Honestly, I'll do it the first time that I'm bringing my brush out, and I will use it just like that. And then usually when I am in the process of doing nails all throughout the day, or I'm doing essay, I just simply go like this. We're gonna start off with a small bead first, and we're gonna immerse our whole entire brush into it. And for a small bead, I take my brush from the top all the way to the bottom, the side of the brush that we use to wipe. I'm going to not use that side. I'm going to flip it over like this, and I'm going to place it in my bead like this. And I'm just going to give it one tap. That is going to be a small bead right there. That is what your small bead should look like if you are trying to pick up a small bead, you guys. All right, so let's do it again. Those are very, very tiny beads, you guys. Now, typically, I'm not going to use a size B like that unless I'm either doing maybe a small fill-in or I'm doing the pinking. I typically do not use small beads like that unless maybe I'm even filling in a side. So even a smaller bead, if you're looking for even a smaller bead, you're going to wipe this off like this. And you're just going to take the side, this bead right here is going to allow you to fill any pieces of the nail, maybe on the side that you did not catch. And that is a tinier bead right here that you see, even smaller than the small. So that is what I do if I'm not looking to pick up a small bead, maybe a little smaller. You're just going to hit the side, the real corner of your brush